It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Phoenix Suns out in Phoenix. For Phoenix, these guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, the season is a marathon, not a sprint. Lots of
ups, let me write that
downs.
one down.
Just keep trusting yourself.
The season is a marathon.
Not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaq-Stradamus.
Shaq-Stradamus.
Did you actually make that up?
Something that was already said many moons ago.
I've never heard that before.
You're acting like it's your original thought.
It is my original
I've never heard that before.
It's not a marathon, it's a sprint. Yeah, get away.
Who said that before? I've never heard that.
Oh,
I got one for you, Ernie.
What's that?
E equals MC tripled.
Ah.
I've never heard that either.
No, nobody has ever said that either.
Think about it, though.
I've thought about it all I want.
I did the math. It doesn't work.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. They'll play this one here in Phoenix before the Suns head back out on the road. The big story here is the return of Tyson Chandler, who had been sidelined with injury. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, the Warriors are the ultimate super team, and their presence has set off an arms race. Now, for those teams in the middle of the pack, a Cinderella run has never been more of a long shot. The question becomes, when is pretty good not nearly good enough for both fans and ownership? Back to you.
Well, DA hitting the reset button can be a painful process. Well, we're moving into the heart of the NBA season, Clark. Has chemistry and pecking order in a locker room been set by the coach and by the team at this point of the year?
Yeah, I think with veteran teams, it's pretty well established. But again, the makeup of your veterans is key there. With younger teams, though, I think they begin to – it's a process. It's an ongoing process of figuring out roles
right.
and pecking order. So as you get into the middle part of the season, the heart of it, I think the young guys do start to kind of figure it out.
Nice clean game, huh?
And it's the Suns to start out. A look at the Magic starting group. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. And it's Isaac in at the small forward. Now here's Jackson, and it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Outside Jackson. Okobo, guarded by Augustine. Clock is at 3. Okobo doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
And one of the few bright spots of their last season was sweeping the season series in this matchup.
Yeah, for sure. Neither team a big-time contender in their respective conferences, Greg, but when the teams are fairly evenly matched, it can still be entertaining basketball.
And Phoenix has possession, following the miss by Evan Fournier from deep. Okobo. He can't get that one. Gordon with the defensive effort. Fournier against Booker. Good D by Booker.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Okobo. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Hey, major props to Josh Jackson. Made an intelligent play there, has a good feel for when his guys have a clean look.
One shot.
And what a summer it was for the Suns. Landed the top pick in the draft, taking Ayton, and brought in some talent through free agency as well. Booker signing that extension solidified a very productive summer for the Suns. Having two young players that complement each other so well is huge for an up-and-coming team like the Suns.
Here's Gordon.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Booker in the corner. And the 3 off target.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Augustine, that's good.
Tricky and crafty inside. Augustine has a unique ability to get tough shots over the defense.
Anderson outside. Jackson kicks to Ayton. Okobo makes it off the glass. He's got 5.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
And stolen by Booker. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Ayton. 4 on the shot clock. Okobo. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Pass to Vucevic. Now, here's Isaac. Guarded closely. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Man, that's just an example and display of strength from Vucevic. I mean, just overpowering whoever's in his path.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. And even though Vucevic can get you a good amount of blocks and steals, Clark, in a season, most would agree his defense isn't a strong point.
No, it's not, but it's not a liability either, Kevin. I mean, he understands where to be and how to get there. He's not super athletic and doesn't protect the rim in a shot-blocking fashion, but he knows how to use his body to position himself well defensively.
Augustine with the steal. Top of the key. Fournier's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Golden State. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And checking out Phoenix, 7 games back.
And seeing where the Suns are, they talked a lot in the preseason about how they wanted to bounce back from last year's disappointment. So far, they look to be on track to do just that.
They sure do, Greg. I mean, they've avoided the bottom of the standings, and let's see if they can keep making progress as the season goes on here.
Now here is Augustine. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Here's Vucevic. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Vucevic has got 5 points so far.
And Vucevic not lacking for confidence at all. I mean, he has no problem popping the J once he gets the ball.
Booker up top. He's guarded by Fournier. From 13, rebounded by Isaac. So for the Magic, their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers. Booker against Fournier. Augustine passes to Gordon. And it's off the back rim, no good. The Suns trailing. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Booker against Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The drive by Booker. No good. And Orlando will come the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Yeah, I think they were totally checked out, Greg. At least that's what it looked like. When you play that kind of defense, you expect to lose.
And the Suns making a change here. Crawford's checked in. Shot from the inbound. And it's Vucevic missing. And here's Phoenix, trailing by 2. Booker outside. Anderson outside. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. They need this one. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
A moment here to see the numbers for Jonathan Isaac. Averaging about 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Now Augustine. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
Well, you've got to give Gordon the ball when he's down inside. I mean, he can really score it in there.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And here in Orlando, the Magic are the only pro team in town. You can tell that the fans want a winner badly.
Well, they show up consistently, even through the tough and lean times. And they've come close a few times in the history of this franchise, but have never quite gotten over that hump. They've had some stars and elite teams in the past, but the long-term success just hasn't been sustained.
Now here is Augustine after the miss from Crawford. Augustine passes to Fournier.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there. Augustine making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
There's Crawford with the 3. Phoenix with the new shot clock. Anderson outside. Crawford looking over the floor. Phoenix no good that time either.
Boy, strange that he bricked that one. I mean, no clue where the defense was, and tell you what, they got very lucky.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Crawford. He picked up 24 points in their last one against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Ayton kicks to Crawford to stop the run. Jump shot is good that time. Crawford's got his first bucket of the night. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. They lead by 7. Outside Fournier. Back to Augustine. Over Ayton. It's tipped.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Jackson. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Orlando. Grant comes in for DJ Augustine. Phoenix has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Booker dishes to Crawford. The pass to Ayton. On the wing, Booker. Crawford outside. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Magic leading by 5. Simmons on the wing. Guarded by Crawford. Gordon finds Grant. Lets it go from 11. Yes, that goes in. Grant's got his first points of the game. Well, Phoenix shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Here's Crawford. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
And stolen by Simmons. Gordon, the pass to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
And the Suns call time. And Jonathan Simmons taking on more playing time after his big contract deal, starting to adjust to what comes with that.
Yeah, all players want the money and minutes, but it's a greater responsibility. More was asked of Simmons on both ends of the floor, Kevin, and I think for the most part he came up in good stead. He did get pushed to the limit physically as he matched his previous career high in minutes about halfway through last season, but he'll be better for it going into this season.
Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for the Suns. Bridges comes in for Anderson. Mozgov's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And that one falls for Bridges. As we take a look at the power forward position, Clark, one you know very well, who are some of the more underrated guys at that power forward spot?
Wow, underrated. You always run into some interesting names when you think about underrated. I think a guy that perhaps has finally found himself with the talent that he came into the league with is James Johnson down in Miami. He does a little bit of everything, had one of his best seasons this past year. Taj Gibson, I think, is undervalued for what he brings in toughness, shooting, and defense.
Here's Grant. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Lets a floater go. No good from Grant. Look at the last game for the Suns. It was a win against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And what stood out to me, Greg, was the aggressiveness. I mean, it seemed like they just were eager to get it done, wanted it a tad more than the other team.
First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Suns trail by 6. Crawford kicks to Holmes. Dishes to Ariza. Mozgov with the steal. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Magic.
And they've been avoiding those deep threes. They're capable of knocking those shots down from long range, but so far they've really been reluctant to let it fly from that free throw line extended three-point shot.
First free throw is good.
And Jonathan Simmons, the explosive wing player, went undrafted but has earned a spot in the NBA after a strong couple of years in the G League. Now he's established himself as a potent offensive player.
And so he makes both from the line. And for Simmons, when he was in the G League, he developed, Greg, his playmaking.
Yeah, spent some time at point guard at that level, and I think it helps him in terms of finding ways to create shots for himself. He's definitely, though, at his best when the ball is in his hands. Not so much a spot-up player, but he can create offense for a team in a hurry.
Grant against Booker. Now, here's Grant. He's guarded closely. Ross dishes to Simmons, and there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Magic have made 3 free throws so far, haven't missed any. No good on the free throw.
You know, after once paying to try out for a minor league team, Simmons has come a long way, and he's not done yet.
And he's good on the second. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Booker kicks to Crawford. Passes it to Ariza. Booker outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
And if you look at the numbers for Devin Booker last season, I mean, he upped his assists and rebounding, his scoring and shooting percentages. He has continued to impress with his development.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Orlando making a change here. Isaac's checked in. Both free throws good from Booker.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Ross finds Grant. Back to Ross. Shot clock at 6. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
You've got to make Ross a passer in that pick and roll. I mean, he's a better scorer than he is a playmaker.
Here's Booker, and he hits the jumper for 2. Booker's got 8 points.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Magic up 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Devin Booker talks about the great intangibles of his young teammate, Josh Jackson.
Plays super hard. He does everything out there. His instincts are incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Just defensively and offensively, just knows where to be at the right time, gets his hands on a lot of loose balls.
A nice swing pairing for sure. Booker providing offense and Greg Jackson known for his defense.
And a young team hungry for improvement. Kevin, they're both looking to be a big part of that.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Yeah, exactly. Right from the start, Greg, they were looking to get out and run, sprinting to their opportunities.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. They've got Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Simmons is out there with Grant. Then it's Mozgov, and it's Ross in at the small forward position. Now here's Booker. He picked up 39 points in their last one against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Orlando Magic has struggled to find difference-making players in the draft or in free agency. Their goal is to get younger but get better at the same time, and it's difficult to do even in the Eastern Conference, but Orlando is determined to get this right. Kevin?
And the journey continues for them and a lot of teams. D.A., thank you. Here's Booker after Jaren Grant's bucket. Some solid defense from Grant.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Mozgov. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And it's a 9-point Magic lead.
Beautiful timing there by Mozgov. Converts off the miss.
Kept alive. Pass to Holmes. Okobo. He's guarded by Ross. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And, you know, that's a second foul early in this quarter. I think he's got to be much more cautious in how he defends now.
And Phoenix making a change here. Jackson's checked in. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Ariza outside. 5 on the clock. Ring shot on the way. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Ariza's got his second basket.
Ariza has nice form and makes these looks consistently.
Grant the pass to Ross. There's the dish to Mozgov. Ross against Bridges, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, Terrence Ross can be great at times, but consistency certainly has been an issue for him.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a vapor trying to grab hold of that consistency for Ross. One game he's great, the other game you don't know he's out there. This is a player that once had 50 points in a game, but has struggled to find that same kind of drive game to game. His outside shot has taken a nosedive a bit, as has his overall shooting percentage. Yet he's still relatively young, so this guy could bounce back.
And the first one at the line is good. Clark, we know you were a great athlete. Would you have enjoyed playing at the pace we're seeing in today's NBA style?
I hope I could have played in today's game. Again, I was not an uber athletic guy, athletic enough to get things done on the court, was a skilled basketball player more than a great athlete. So the athleticism of today might have challenged me a bit, but I still think I could have played and been effective in today's game.
I agree. Now, here's Holmes. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kicks it to Ariza. And Ariza with the stuff.
Super athleticism from Ariza. Exceptional at slamming it down.
Outside Fournier. Now, here's Isaac. Ariza covering. Bridges against Fournier. Three-pointer Augustine drops in the tray. Augustine's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and Augustine continues to get it done from deep, Kevin. A consistent three-ball shooter who gets his shot up in a hurry.
Timeout called, the Suns.
Well, you look back to the Orlando Magic season last year, and they had a very hot start, but then faded badly as the calendar flipped and ended second to last in the East.
Looking now at some numbers for Evan Fournier. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's averaging about 19 points per, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes natural.
And, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Now, here's Ariza. He has 6. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. As you said, the Magic lost all early momentum they had at the start of last season.
And Kevin, in all candor, how they finished wasn't the worst thing for them. I mean, they were able to land a very high draft pick because of that. So when you're struggling and trying to move forward, being able to build through the draft is not a bad way to go.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Mozgov grabs the board.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Now, here's Bridges, and the layup's good off the glass. Bridges has got 5 now.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Fournier. 17 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Kudos to him for his energy, especially on the glass where he was an absolute beast.
Pass to Holmes. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Mozgov.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
For Phoenix, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
And the word is they challenged each other, guys. I mean, each and every one of them to improve their free throw shooting in the offseason. Held each other accountable in that area. And now you see the results individually and as a whole.
The first free throw is good. Ayton, he's checked in for Phoenix. Anderson comes in for Trevor Ariza. And a switcher also for Orlando. Vucevic checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Second free throw, no good. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That team is a little road weary right now. That is the 6th consecutive game away from home.
The Frenchman Fournier, always looking to get the shot up, but really good at drawing fouls.
The Magic have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. And that one falls for Fournier. And Evan Fournier, the young player out of France, gives you a lot to work with on the offensive end.
Yeah, Fournier has become more of an initiator, a guy who sets things up offensively. He can take over the ball handling duties from time to time and takes good care of it. He squeezes that orange pretty well, and he looks really comfortable, more and more comfortable, running the pick and roll.
And so Fournier nails both of them. And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. I mean, he always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
Here's Vucevic following the score by Phoenix. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
The defense looking helpless here. Fournier is solid at scoring despite getting hit. Really strong playing through contact. You know, guys, Nikola Vucevic is a very skilled big man out of USC. He rebounds well, scores it from inside, and has a nice touch. He's got a really well-rounded offensive game as a center. Even added a 3-ball to his repertoire recently to further stretch out interior defenses.
And with Vucevic, he's an established scorer, but also a very unselfish player.
Yeah, he's a very smart player, too. A big guy with nice mobility, excellent hands, passes well for his position, works inside out. And as he continues to mature, I think you could see Vucevic leaning more and more on his ability to set others up out of the post rather than just looking for his own shot.
Okobo, guarded by Augustine. Okobo. Jackson kicks to Bridges. Suns moving the ball around. From deep. They get it again. Okobo, guarded by Augustine. Okobo, again Phoenix. And here's Augustine. He's got 8. To the middle. Here's Gordon. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Suns trail by 11. Okobo, guarded by Augustine. Bridges kicks to Jackson. No good with the triple. The Magic have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. There's the pass to Vucevic. He dishes it to Fournier. Connects in the foul line jumper. Fournier's got the lead up to 13 now for the Magic.
Well, you can consider it automatic when Fournier gets some space to shoot from there.
Bridges passes to Ayton. Okobo, guarded by Augustine. That one falls. He's got 12.
Nice looking floater there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Lets it go with a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Magic lead by 14.
You know, when Gordon is hitting this all the time, the defense will have to play up on it. Consistency is the key.
Okobo, he's guarded by Ross. Count it.
Well, I liked the first quarter he had. And I'm loving the second quarter even more. Playing with a lot of momentum right now.
Now here's Vucevic. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Portland. Bridges against Fournier. Bridges kicks to Jackson. Passes to Anderson. Outside Jackson. 5 on the clock. Okobo. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Bucks. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, Orlando, just way behind.
And I think for the Magic, with the start they've had, they've taken what was such a hopeful preseason and turned the mood sour.
Can't remember the last time I've seen optimism turn to pessimism as quickly as I have with these guys. I mean, their fans are already talking about who needs to be replaced.
This shot's it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Count it, good.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
Orlando leading by 10. Augustine dishes to Fournier. He kicks it to Gordon. Bridges against Fournier. Back to Gordon. Pass to Ross. Launches a 3. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Pass to Ayton. Okobo, guarded by Augustine. Jackson against Vucevic. And there's the pass to Bridges. Jackson kicks to Bridges. The Suns need to get a shot off. And the shot falls short this time.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Now here's Ross. He's got 9. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Terrence Ross. Suns trail by 13. Crawford with the ball. Defended now by Fournier. Crawford passes to Ayton. Augustine against Booker. And that one drops. Booker's got 10.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Fournier. 11 points in the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Jamal Crawford picks one up.
When you're guarding Fournier, you just have to be really careful. I mean, he's an uncanny player who's talented and really good at drawing contact as he goes to the rim.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And that one falls for Fournier.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Phoenix. And the Magic making a change here as well. Grant's checked in. And so Fournier nails both of them.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Booker finds Anderson. Now Crawford. Defended by Gordon. High, arcing shot. Crawford's shot is good. Crawford's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Poke loose. Here's Ariza. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. He's got 11.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Well, you're maximizing your possessions. That's the critical thing here, and they've got to make sure the timing is right, though.
Now, here's Fournier. 13 points in the game. And stolen by Ayton. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And you got to be cautious around Ayton. When the pass isn't precise, he has an ability to poke it away.
Grant against Booker. Now, here's Grant. 6 points for him. Kicks to Gordon. Over Anderson. Here's Vucevic. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Orlando with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Steve Clifford. Steve, what's the focus going into the second half?
The big thing is they've got so much offense, and they have so many guys who come in and score. You got to play every possession defensively, and it's got to be every single possession.
Coach, thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Evan Fournier led the way in the first half. He had 13 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted, playing an outstanding game. They can keep it up in the second half, they may wear the other side out.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
The streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Magic leading by 6. On the perimeter, it's Booker and Jackson. Ryan Anderson out there with Ayton. That's the group for Igor Kokoshkov getting going here in the second half.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. Looked like he forced the shot.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his second season in the league, and he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. They're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, DA. And here are the Suns now. The Magic getting the bucket. The kick out to Anderson. Oh, good on the triple. Orlando leading. And Ryan Anderson out of UC Berkeley entering his second decade in the NBA.
I mean, he's one of the guys that kind of helped popularize the volume three-point shooting big man. He enters the back nine of his career, and he's becoming a bit more of a defensive liability, but that stroke is as pure as ever.
It's blocked. They get it back.
They're in a hurry. I think, Kevin, they're rushing things a little bit to begin the half. Nothing pretty about this 1-for-4 start.
Jackson kicks to Booker. Back to Jackson. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Shot clock at 6. Here's Booker. The shot, no good. Nice D from Fournier. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Isaac. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And now an 8-point Orlando lead.
And, you know, even when you D up Isaac, he keeps his focus on the rim. Excellent concentration. Fantastic at scoring over good defense.
Okobo takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
Suns trail by 8. Pass to Jackson. Ayton dishes to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Here's Augustine following the score by Phoenix. Right side, Fournier. Softly drops in the floater. Fournier's got 15.
They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense, and, man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
Pass to Jackson. Ayton dishes to Booker. It's good. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Fournier, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
And when Fournier gets rolling, watch out now. A high percentage shooter. He's very gifted at getting the looks he wants out there.
Okobo, guarded by Augustine. Okobo, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Orlando. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Magic.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
First one falls for him. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Phoenix. And the Magic making a change here as well. Mozgov's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. In the corner, it's Gordon. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, you can't let Gordon have room from outside. I mean, he's more than capable of knocking down those perimeter shots.
Now here's Jackson. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Pass to Holmes. Okobo, guarded by Augustine. And Holmes throws it down.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
Fournier against Booker. Fournier's shot is off. Suns trail by 7. Booker inside, guarded by Augustine. No good from Booker. Orlando's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Inside. Gordon inside. Holmes on him. It's Mozgov, high post. 5 on the clock. Puts it up from 12. Will not go. This is off the front iron. For Phoenix, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
And really all credit to the pass there. I mean, he angled it just right. Set up the basket beautifully.
Augustine passes to Mozgov. And the bucket is good. 3-point play
Shot's
chance
good.
here for him.
Yeah, those shots are
Shot's
taken
good.
totally
Hit.
in rhythm.
Shooting
High
one.
percentage quality shots and really getting whatever he wants.
Simmons checked in for the Magic. Jaron Grant comes in for DJ Augustine.
One shot.
Out of France, the sharp shooting Fournier, an important player to this team because of his scoring ability.
Crawford with the ball. Now guarded by Simmons. Crawford kicks to Ayton. To the inside. Stolen by Gordon. Grant outside. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Grant's got 8.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Phoenix calls timeout. And although Gordon had never won a dunk contest, there's no doubt that he is one of the league's most lethal artists in the air.
Yeah, he really is. Creative, great bounce and strength. Was recorded at the combine with a 39-inch vertical. I think he gets off the floor much higher than that at times. He's got great power and a good frame. You know, if you see Gordon coming down the lane with a step, you better run for cover if you don't want to be posterized.
And the Magic making a change here. Ross is checked in. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
One shot, behind the lanes.
Free throw good, Booker. Magic leading by 7. Grant finds Ross. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That'll be his second foul of the game. And stolen by Booker.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
Unloads, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Here is Ross. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Ross against Ariza. 6 to shoot. Releases. No good from Ross.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Holmes, and Holmes throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Orlando with the ball, following the score by Phoenix. Mozgov dishes to Grant over Crawford. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Jamal Crawford. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. 5th for free throw shooting. And his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And he's been deadly from the free throw line. Only a handful of players are shooting a better percentage. Phenomenal asset to have on your team. Here's Ayton. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Now just a 1-point Magic lead.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
And, Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took them as long as it did to finally get things going. But as we always say, better late than never.
Now here's Ross. 9 points in the game so far. Grant up top. Guarded by Crawford. That one drops for him. 10 points for Jaren Grant.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Grant against Booker. Stolen by Grant. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Simmons. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Boy, a fantastic transition player. Jonathan Simmons really hustles to get up the floor.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Simmons. And so Crawford will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 6-point game. He kicks it to Booker. The pass to Ayton. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. To the right side. 5 to shoot. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That's foul number 2 for him. The Suns making a switch here. Bridges checks in. Off the inbound pass. A three-pointer is right on target. Bridges has got 8 points.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Grant against Booker. And the dunk by Grant.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And the dunk by Grant.
Well, I like the activity of Simmons. He's a dogged defender, and as a result, he's able to come away with the steals.
Suns trail by 7. Booker looking around. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And a look here at the shot chart for Grant.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
Free throw good, Booker. Vucevic checked in for Orlando. Both free throws good from Booker.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Now here's Gordon, and the shot goes in. Gordon's got 7 now in this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Sunday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Tuesday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Sacramento Kings.
And that matchup against the Heat, it won't be an easy one given it is coming on the back end of a back-to-back, but they've been playing some fantastic basketball lately. And when you are winning back-to-backs, you're feeling good about yourself.
And Jamal Crawford closing in on 39 years of age. Clark, he doesn't look like he's aged a day.
He does not. Baby-faced assassin. This guy is so good and so smooth. And you're right, he's been an ageless wonder. Great maturity, a really good teammate, and obviously an outstanding scorer. I think he'll be playing this way and looking like he looks 10 years from now, Kevin.
And the first one drops. Anderson, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And so Jamal Crawford nails both of them. Magic leading by 5. Grant outside. Outside Gordon. Kicks to Ross. Feeds it to Vucevic. Over Booker. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Crawford outside. Lets it go from deep. Hits it from three-point range. Crawford's got 13 points.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Shots good by Simmons.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And Jonathan Simmons gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And Trevor Ariza, such a steady veteran.
I mean, just long, a versatile defender, can also knock down the triple. When you look at how far he's come since he entered the league as really just a raw athlete, it's a credit to his work ethic, no doubt about it. He has mastered his role.
The first one falls.
The well-seasoned Ariza continues to make a difference. I mean, this veteran is a reliable scorer and a quality defender.
Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza.
Trevor Ariza, a long-limbed defender, offensively a complimentary scorer. You're not going to run your offense through him, but he can space the floor and make big shots when you run offense to him.
Now here's Grant. 14 points for him. Deep 2 from Ross. Top of the key jumper, no good.
That's good offense. The shot didn't go down, but they'll live with that.
Ariza passes to Booker. 4 seconds left, and he lays it up and in. Booker's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And really all credit to the pass there. I mean, he angled it just right. Set up the basket beautifully.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Magic lead by 2. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Suns trailing. So on the floor for Orlando. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Grant is out there with Simmons. And it's Isaac in at the 3. Orlando on D. And stolen by Gordon. Now, here's Isaac, guarded by Crawford. Isaac kicks to Gordon. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Magic.
And Vucevic is crafty, clever, close to the bucket.
Passes it to Booker. Over to the wing. Good on that shot, and with that, the Magic lead is cut back down to 2 points on the basket from Ryan Anderson. Pass to Isaac. Vucevic down low. Grant outside. Just 5 on the clock. And Vucevic kicks to Grant. Pass to Isaac. Grant finds Vucevic. Phoenix grabs the miss. Final quarter of play, about 1.5 minutes off the clock into it. Booker against Simmons. Anderson outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Now here's Crawford. He's covered closely, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
Josh Jackson's checked in for the Suns. Orlando also making some changes. Fournier comes in for Jonathan Simmons, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Grant. Augustine passes to Gordon.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Lays it up off the glass. And the Magic lead by 4.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
Okobo from outside off the mark. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Ariza kicks to Booker. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. To the inside. Here's Gordon. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Fournier against Booker. Chalk up 2 there. Booker's got 25 points in the game.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And the pass to Isaac. Kept alive Orlando. Vucevic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Ayton, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And the free throw, no good.
Boy, you look at the wingspan of Vucevic, and it covers a lot of territory. Not many defenders catch up to his release. And his mere presence on defense is disruptive.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
2 shots.
Last on the first.
First free throw is good. And so he hits both. Orlando leading by 7. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good D by Booker. Down low. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Evan Fournier.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
2 shots.
Free throw good, Booker. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
You know, last season, Aaron Gordon really flourished in a more wide-open offense, taking advantage of his uber athleticism. But he also put a lot of work into his jumper, and that showed. Helped him make the jump into a top option for an offense.
And nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Fournier against Booker. Left side Fournier. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14. And for Gordon, all the focus he gave to improving his shot gave him the confidence he needed.
Yeah, exactly. And confidence so big in this league. I mean, it's the difference between good to great or average to good. I mean, when he believes in his shot, he's lethal offensively. It just opens up the floor for him and his teammates and allows him to create mismatches the way he's shooting it now.
Here's Fournier. The Suns getting the bucket. Gordon finds Fournier. Augustine with it. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Vucevic up top. Shot clock at 5. Isaac passes to Gordon. Over Anderson. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. Suns trail by 4. Booker outside. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter. Orlando's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Okobo, guarded by Augustine. Okobo, and misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They've led by as many as 14 points. And good that time. Now it's a 6-point Magic lead.
I think you got to keep Isaac from getting in the paint, Kevin. Once he's established position there, the defense is toasted up.
And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Okobo, defended by Gordon. It's stolen by Vucevic. It's Fournier on the wing. He kicks it to Augustine. Left side, Gordon. Over Anderson. And it's Gordon missing. Suns trail by 6.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit. And it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
Shooting for Phoenix, Eli Okobo. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Second free throw, no good. Orlando leading by 5. Fournier goes in. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Isaac kicks to Augustine. Clock at 6. A second chance effort. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And I think this is an area where Augustine is deadly. A high percentage mid-range shooter.
Passes it to Jackson. Right wing. Corner shot. Orlando grabs the miss. Fournier's got his 6th rebound on the night. Down low, stolen by Jackson. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. For 3, Booker. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Booker against Fournier. Kicks it to Augustine. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And the Magic lead by 7. Suns have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
And he knocks down the first one.
And he's been to the line much more here than he was in that first half. He's not playing nearly as tentatively as he was earlier.
The Suns making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here are the Magic now. Outside Fournier. And he lays it straight in. Fournier's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Just an outstanding move with the ball off the dribble by Fournier. Man, he makes the defense look really bad with the way he can maneuver with the ball.
Now here's Anderson. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Okobo lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, he's got 29 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Fournier gets a wide open look. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got 5 assists tonight.
And the quick release of Fournier, man, he's so good at getting his shot off as soon as the pass reaches his hand.
Here's Booker. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside Fournier. Kicks it out to Gordon. Takes the 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
And knocking down a bunch of them, too. Outstanding shooting in this fourth quarter.
And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Orlando leading by 9. Here's Augustine. Here's Gordon. But he stays with it.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Isaac passes to Vucevic. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gordon. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Hey, it's pretty simple when Gordon is connecting like he is now. I mean, you got to keep getting the ball to him. He often takes high-quality shots.
Now here's Booker. Shoots over Fournier. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut back down again to single digits with those points from Booker.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
To the middle. Here's Augustine. No good that time. Good D by Ariza. Booker outside. Shoots over Fournier. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Shooting for Phoenix, Devin Booker. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 8. Both free throws good from Booker. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 7. 1:02 left to play here in the fourth. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Evan Fournier.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road no less. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. We told them one thing. He said, no mistakes from here on out. We've got a good lead. Don't take chances. No dumb fouls. Smart basketball the rest of the way, guys.
Phoenix with the ball. Booker with it. It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. There's 37 seconds left in the game. And so they foul intentionally. .35 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
And, you know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke it.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
And the Suns call time here. They're behind by 7. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Start it.
And now, your Suns dancers.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The drive by Booker. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Two shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Ayton kicks to Ariza. Off target from outside. Augustine against Crawford. Now Augustine. And so it's Orlando winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Evan Fournier. Hey, Evan, does a win like tonight's against this kind of competition show you how far you've come as a team?
Yeah, sure. You know, we obviously showing progress, but we want to be a very good team. We are very ambitious.
Nothing wrong with a little ambition, Evan. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.